Hello everybody, my name is Super Chicken. I don't know about you, but I've had a lot of difficulty actually sort of completing games at the moment, and I mean that in a bug sort of perspective here. I've tried to record a couple of videos, and they've sort of crashed out and burned on my third game, which is a little bit frustrating, because I do it, you know, I talk a lot, and I play the games and all that sort of thing. It takes a little bit of time, and then, you know, by the time I actually get to recover all my projects, they're all sort of dead and gone. So I'm going for this for another time, trying to at least complete some of the games. This is the list I'm going to be using, mostly because I sort of feel like playing as a druid right now. This is partially because, one, I just enjoy the druid class, but two, mostly these days I'm sort of seeing a lot of warrior decks, a lot of warrior aggro decks. Oh, excuse me. A lot of warrior aggro decks that specifically are more or less carbon copies of that really popular warrior deck that has gone from, you know, rank 5 to legendary in 2 seconds flat or whatever. And they're all carbon copies, and they're all really, you know, generally reasonably good. At the same time, you also got your hunter aggro, which is also quite good. So I've decided to include some acidic swamp oozes, lucky that he just came up on the screen just then, to sort of combat those things. Unfortunately, it's not going to do so good against the druid here, so I'm going to ditch it. But yes, the idea of this deck is to have a lot of taunt creatures, which more or less foils those two decks in particular. Unfortunately, I won't be able to replicate this because of all the videos that I lost, but I managed to get a turn 3 Ancient of War out, which, you know, is a 5/10 taunt creature, and then the warrior just surrendered. Which was pretty good. I mean, it feels good. This deck does run a lot of taunt creatures, so being able to drop those huge fat taunt creatures in their path is reasonably easy to do. And having those acidic slimes to get rid of those eaglehorn bows and those axes is pretty damn sweet. Unfortunately though, of course I'm not actually facing off against one of those decks right now. I'm facing off against a druid. This druid here, we don't actually get to see what he is yet. He could be a mid-range druid, or he could be a control druid, more than likely. I have actually seen some aggro druids running around, but I'm more than likely expecting this to be a mid-range druid. I, on the other hand, am a control druid. I try to sort of extend the game for as long as humanly possible, and, you know, grind out the game. Turn 1 Senjin Shieldmaster is pretty cool. Now, how to handle that? I think I just put down the acidic swamp ooze and just sort of make a body. Is that what I do? He will probably trade into it, but that'll put him to 2 health, and I can wrath it. It seems a little bit ugly to do that. Alternatively, I could probably kill it off with Keeper of the Grove when I hit turn 4. I think I'll do that. That seems the way to go. I'm going to put that out. I realize that he's probably going to more than likely trade his Senjin Shieldmaster into it. And his play there is sort of reflective of what I was talking about earlier. His ability to put down huge taunt creatures really early does a real number on those aggressive decks. Okay, so he wrathed that away. I think I could probably just shapeshift and bonk it once and get ready to swipe it next turn. I suppose I could equally just do 1 damage with Wrath and draw a card, which is actually probably better. It'll save me a little bit of damage, but it also gets rid of this Wrath, and I think against a druid, Wrath isn't the card that I want because he just has so many large costing, large, you know, health creatures. So I might actually do that. I'm gonna, yeah. This is anticipating a swipe for next turn, so I'm gonna Wrath it, do 1 point of damage, and pass the turn more than likely. See what I get first. Druid of the Claw. Okay. Okay, this definitely seems to be like the mid-range version of the deck. I more or less have to not die to him. Perhaps easier said than done. And in the theory is that I'll have a more powerful late game than he does. Just wondering what the play would here would be. I'm half considering actually using the silence on the Harvest Golem. And the reason is that because I don't really want to have to deal with that little creature that he leaves behind. Not that it's a particularly big threat because I have Shapeshift. So that's probably actually an inefficient way of dealing with this. If I just use Swipe, put it to 2 damage, I could probably use the Keeper of the Grove next turn to do 2 damage to it, and then, you know, the 1/1 comes out, so that's probably not so bad. Alright, let's get rid of this creature here. That's actually a really good question. I wonder if I should do the Keeper of the Grove first. If I do that, he'll probably just clean it up though. So no, we'll swipe now. Seems reasonable. Let's pass. He's going to have a lot more sort of oomph in the mid parts of the game. So he's going to have a lot more to say around turn 4, 5, and 6. Hopefully I'll have a little bit more to say around, you know, turn 7, 8, 9. Excellent. I think we have a couple of options here. We can... Okay, so what's the play? Do we use Keeper of the Grove and do 2 damage to this? That will... Unfortunately, I won't be able to use Shapeshift in the same turn. The alternative would be to charge it down with Druid of the Claw. The problem with that, the way I look at it, is that he will get another 2/1 creature out of it and then trade away with the Druid of the Claw totally. So I'm not... It's really 1 for 1, and... I don't know, he'd be trading up, so I don't particularly want to trade down. So I'm going to put the Druid of the Grove out, I think.
I must
just deal 2 damage. The other thing is, this is actually quite tough at, you know, 4 toughness. And so this creature here by itself won't be able to take out this creature. I could actually innovate to Shapeshift to get rid of it, but I'm going to keep the innovate because it allows me to do some pretty powerful stuff later on. Now that I have a faceless manipulator, you know, come in a couple of turns, should I draw into a Ragnaros or something like that, I might actually be able to, you know, innovate into a Ragnaros and a faceless manipulator on the same turn, or, sorry, that assumes that I have 2 innovates, but that's just the example. I mean, I can do some pretty big plays, sort of like what he just did then. Like, he brought out an Ancient of Law 2 turns earlier, which, you know, is quite good. So, how do we handle this? We have quite a few options, actually. I mean, we can play Sylvanas, but stealing this is going to be hard to do because it's going to be hard to kill our own Sylvanas. Like, more than likely she'll just trade with it and then steal nothing, because I intend to kill this soon as well. I could charge down something or even create a taunt creature. Creating a taunt creature might not actually be a bad idea. So that's a good option there. We can copy the 5/5. It seems okay. Or play the Taunt Divine Shield 4/5.
What to do?
The 4/5 might actually be the way to go here. Yeah, that seems pretty good. That seems like a real roadblock for this guy, for the Ancient of Law. I think I'm probably going to do that. The alternative to me seems to be to use the Druid of the Claw in Taunt mode. Which is sort of like what this is doing anyway. But this is doing it better. So I'm going to do that, I think.
Time waits for no one.
I'll get rid of this. I suppose the downside of casting such a high costing creature that turn was that I couldn't use Shapeshift to remove that creature just then. But I don't think it's such a bad idea. Being silenced is a little bit annoying, but I don't know if it's gonna be a huge problem. We'll just see what he does with this Ancient of Law. I would imagine he'd probably try to kill the Sunwalker. In case you didn't realize, this guy's actually ahead of me right now. It's up to me to try to wrestle this game back. We'll see how well we do. Puts it to 1. I mean, I can Shapeshift attack it, but I'll be taking 4 damage. Oh, Wrath is a really good card to have drawn just then. I think perhaps we'll just Wrath it. For 1. I can't let him have a 5 creature there, so we'll get rid of that and see what card we draw. Our own Ancient, which we can actually play this turn. That seems really good, actually. The question is, do we want to charge this down or even just leave a taunt creature instead and save the innovate? Or do we want to rush out the Ancient? I think we want to get board control. So we can play the Ancient and draw cards, or we can make a charge creature or a taunt creature. I'm sort of half leaning towards innovate into Ancient of Law right now. Seems pretty good. I think we'll do that. We need those cards as well to sort of pull us ahead. Whereas this creature, the Druid of the Claw, just sort of gives us board presence. Whereas the Ancient of Law gives us board presence and a hand full of cards, which is going to be really good because that is sort of like where we're heading in our game plan. Seems like he's trying to ignore me. I think he thinks he's on the home stretch. It also probably suggests that he doesn't have an answer for the Ancient of Law. I do have a Healing Touch and a second Ancient of Law, as it turns out, so this may upset him. I'm just wondering if I should Faceless Manipulator now. Like, I could use that right now, copy it. But, you know what? I could probably save Faceless Manipulator and Argent Commander. If I get another Innovator, I could probably do that. The way I see it, the Ancient of Law is going to trade with the Chillwind Yeti. And then this 4 damage will be probably taken care of, probably with Argent Commander, I would say. Yeah, that seems reasonable. That leaves me with some... Whoa, that's the wrong card. Whoops-a-daisy. You know, I could charge it down with the Druid of the Claw there, but I think we'll just... I think we'll go to North Rend. And we'll just get rid of that.
For the wild.
So, I mean, I'm probably going to get swiped right about now, I would imagine. Starfall still is a card. I realize it's seeing a lot less play at the moment, but it's still something to keep in mind. I still play it. I think it's really good, but that's just me. That's a swipe for sure. There we are. You know, reflecting on that, I think I effectively traded, what, 2 cards for 3 of his, because if you count the swipe, so that's a marginally promising trade for me, but I don't really think it was that, it didn't really wow me, you know, it didn't really, I don't know, it was an okay trade. Maybe I could have played that better and played around the swipe. I'm probably just going to draw cards here. I have a Healing Touch, so I don't really feel like I need to heal myself. And with my remaining mana, I'll probably just ditch the Acidic Swamp Ooze out there just to get a presence, I think. The other thing is, because I'm not going to be destroying any weapons, he just sort of sits in the hand, and my hand size is getting up there. I don't want to burn off any cards anytime soon. I'm sort of hoping that I have a stronger endgame than him, but man oh man, I would love to see some of it come out of this deck, and I'd love to see some of it right about now. I'm sort of, you know, waiting to see one of my answers come through, and more than likely he is running some high-end cards like Ragnaros or something like that as well. But, you know. Okay, so he wants me to trade tree for tree. Are we okay with that? I mean, I could just Black Knight it straight away, which actually seems really... That actually seems like the best possible thing. I could possibly do Faceless Manipulator, copy his Taunt one. And then Faceless Manipulator leaves me with 5 mana, and I could probably rush down another one. Copy that, trade it, and then rush down, say... I mean, that seems like a reasonably good trade. And when I say rush down, I do mean Druid of the Claw into charge. I suppose Black Knight, though, is really strong. We could Black Knight that away, use the tree. That leaves us with 4 mana, which we could probably use a Claw Shapeshift combo. That seems pretty good. I'm going to go with that. I don't know how much more Taunt he's got as a mid-range deck. I would imagine that I have more Taunt than he does. But anyway. Let's have a look-see. I think we just clear out his board, actually. I think that's what we're going to be doing. Yeah. So I can do 3 damage. I will get rid of that. And I'll get rid of that. I'm a little bit susceptible to perhaps a spell power plus swipe. That'll get rid of both of my creatures, but that seems like a pretty... It's a little bit more unlikely than just a straight swipe, so I think my Black Knight might be okay. He could, of course, do Swipe Wrath or something like that, but that's requiring him to do a lot of work just to remove this creature, which is fine by me for now.
Where shall I strike?
It's just a shame that I can't Faceless Manipulator into my own Black Knight and then use my Battle Cry effect again. That'd be Pretty funny. Alas. Okay, Blood Mage. Just wondering. What is the play here? I mean, we can Faceless Manipulator, but I'm sort of waiting to Faceless Manipulate a Game Ender. And this isn't really a Game Ender right now. It's a good question. We could Sylvanas maybe. And makes up for a lot of awkward positioning. I think we should probably put down our own taunt creature and just sort of pass the buck back to him. We'll do that in combination with Healing Touch, and I think that'll pull us ahead. We could put down double taunt. That would be pretty cool. I don't know if I really want to do that though. Or do I? I mean, how many swipes have we seen? We've seen one swipe. The other swipes probably aren't going to do too much to this. So I just want to keep it back though. I'm going to use this while I can. And rah. I don't think I really want to swing for 4 damage. I just think I'll just pass. Just take the armor and, you know, quit while I'm ahead. I'm sort of hoping that my late game allows me to pull away from him at the moment. For what it's worth, my board state looks a little bit better right now, and my hand size is a little bit stronger, so that, you know, I feel like, just at first glance, that I might be in a better position than him currently. Which is good. It's a bit of a turnaround. I was looking a bit hairy a little bit earlier. We've definitely got him thinking. I'm sort of hoping that he plays something worth using my big game hunter on. That would be fantastic. Better yet, if he plays a Ragnaros, I will Faceless Manipulator it, and then I will big game hunter it. Both of these. That would be absolutely amazing. Okay, Force of Nature. Oh well, can't do too much about that. Oh gosh, here we go. I have seen this combo before, but I think he's blown it a little bit early. Am I still alive? It looks like I might still be alive. Well, not necessarily early. Early might be the wrong thing to say there, because it's certainly given him all the advantage in the world right now. But, okay, so I can swipe for 5 damage with Blood Mage, which isn't going to be enough. I could finish it off with Shapeshift, which puts me quite low. What are the odds of him doing that to me again? Pretty good, probably. I wonder if it's just worth doing double Taunt creature right now. Faceless Manipulator and Taunt. It probably is, actually. Because, I mean, I am low, and if he does that combo again, I will die. And I don't really want that to happen. I don't like dying. I think we'll do that. I think survival is the play here. So, I mean, I would have loved to do this, but I guess I'll copy yours just to be that guy. Yeah, I would have loved to have used Faceless Manipulator on some sort of really good game ender, but I am a little bit too low, and given the amount of burst damage that he just did to me, bear fight, huh? I don't know where that's going. He trades a bear for it, I suppose. I think I can... Ooh, that's good. If I use, let's see, Blood Mage and swipe together on this creature, this one will die, this one will be left with 1 health. I could probably take 3 damage with Shapeshift and keep my creature. Otherwise I would trade or damage my creature here. I think we got him, like, he's got no cards left, so keeping a creature on the board would be pretty damn cool. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and do that. The alternative is do 3 damage to all of them, and then finish it with the bear here. I think we're just gonna swipe, though. Yeah, we'll do that. Okay, the big question is, do I use the Druid of the Claw to finish it, or just Shapeshift? I think I'm gonna Shapeshift. That could be the wrong choice, given how low I am. But he does have not very many cards. So the reason he doesn't have many cards, that's why I'm going for it here. And I'm just sort of hoping that that taunt creature that I have out there keeps me alive a little bit longer. I think I'll use Shapeshift every single turn from now on, and hopefully I'll hit my second healing wave. Okay. Luckily I can Starfall that and kill it. And we have an Ancient of War. Okay, things are looking up. Things are looking pretty good. I think we just blow our way through and like just keep popping him. We have control of the game now.
For the wild.
Ancient of War only wasn't played just then because I felt that removing his creature was more important than playing my own Ancient of War. I'm sort of waiting for him to... interesting. Okay, well that's good. I don't expect him to be playing 2 of those. I'm actually just wondering if Naturalize is a better choice than Big Game Hunter right now, just because people always... They're just too... Everything's just infuriatingly too small. Like, he doesn't get to shoot everything, but Naturalize just takes care of everything. Alright, how to do this? I think we want to play Ragnaros probably, or at least an Ancient of War. Which means clearing the field? We definitely want to clear the field. The only way to remove this is to either sacrifice Blood Mage and a Shapeshift, or just to throw a bear at it. I think I'll sacrifice. I think I'll Shapeshift. 4 damage though. That could be potentially a lot of damage to me. Potentially a lot of damage. Do we just do safety first and put a taunt creature down? I mean, we're gonna get there, right? Safety first, right? I don't want him to sort of wombo combo me with a Leroy Jenkins or anything like that after I decide to use my Shapeshift on this creature. So, we'll go here.
For the wild.
Yeah, I don't want to be Leroyed or anything stupid like that, so I can do without that. There we go. Double Taunt's going to be hard to get by. Leroy top deck won't help. No more mana. Do we win this turn? We can do 9 damage. 9 damage plus, well, whatever that is. I think we just jam him. Do we even want to clear this stuff out? I don't think so. I just wonder though. I wonder. We'll play him. We could also... We'll just use this. I'll just attack him just in case Rag misses him. If Rag hits him, the game's done. But if he misses, then I might as well have the extra armor, and I might as well do a point of damage to him. Just means that my bear can kill him next turn. Yeah, I have seen a lot of people use that Savage Raw sort of combo. I had read it in an article. Someone had pioneered the idea of it and was sort of saying like, oh, you know, it's good. It's a good way to finish our game when people don't expect it as a closing, yeah, as a way to close out the game. And I thought, oh well, that's cool, but you know, everyone reads this article, and then therefore everyone there will then go ahead and play that combo. So it's not a super surprise to see it. Like you're like, oh yeah, well they're doing that combo again. Anyway, it does do a lot of damage. Like it is a good one, and having that ability to close the game out suddenly seems to be like a really good flavor of the week right now. I've seen a lot of hunter decks are able to do it with like Unleash the Hounds or Snake Trap or, you know, something to that effect where they just sort of wombo combo you out of nowhere. I mean, even a Shaman can play Leroy Jenkins, give it Wind Fury and Rockbiter, and boom, then you go, what, 18 damage out of nowhere. And now the Druids are doing it with, you know, well, I've forgotten the name of the card where you make the 3 treants, Soul of the Forest, I don't know, Soul of the Forest or something to that effect. I might be naming the wrong card there. So it's a good thing to have, and it might be worth considering putting it in this deck, actually. Just to have that, like, what if 10% of the time it let you just win a game for free? Seems like a good, you know, it's worth probably worth considering putting in. Anyway, here we are. Hunter Rush down. Healing Touch might actually be a good card to keep. Ditch the Faceless Manipulator. It requires a lot to set up. Claw for the early board control. And I think Healing Touch I'm going to keep, because if he... Hunter... I mean, I realize there's the survival control style Hunter, but the popular one at the moment is the aggro Hunter. And being able to heal through that life would be pretty cool. I think the first couple of turns will sort of... Ew.
Didn't quite hit the mark.
Oh, he forgot to attack. Oh. Poor guy.
Sorry.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna hit that with this now.
For the wild.
No mercy, you slipped up. Yes. I don't know. I haven't seen this style of deck use the boar before. I mean, I've seen them use Wolf Riders and Bluegill Warriors, but... Oh, here he is. That is pretty good. I mean, I'd run this card in this deck for just such an occasion. Actually, this could be 5, 6, 7. This is actually a pretty good play. If I can do it, 5, 6, 7. 1, 3, 4, 5. So I'm counting in my head. But if I innovate, give him his bananas back and then shoot it, I think is the best play.
Sorry.
Let me just count that out before I just feed him bananas and then die. 3, 4, 5 mana I need. I'm on 3 plus 2. Excellent.
Well played. I've got the beast in my sight.
I don't know if it was well played. It was definitely interestingly played. Monkeys love bananas. Everyone knows that. I actually didn't really see a cleaner way to handle that. Maybe I could have Faceless Manipulated it, but... Yeah, actually, Faceless Manipulator would have given me... You know, would have given me a monkey. And then I could have made it bigger with bananas if he didn't trade. And then I sort of get away with bananas if he does trade. So I don't know. Anyway, let's not worry about that. Let's just kill this guy. I wonder. He'll probably trade with the big game hunter here, which is not something I really want to do. I could hit him for 4. I'm just wondering how to do 4 damage to him. Claw and Shapeshift isn't going to cut it. Unfortunately, I'm 1 short to do Keeper of the Grove Claw combo. So I think I'm just going to attack him. I feel like that's okay to do. I'm not going to play a creature just in case he plays Unleash the Hounds, and I don't want him to do that prematurely. I just want to keep my creature count low for now. I realize this does enable a lot of his beasts, but I sort of feel like I can get rid of it next turn with a combination of my things. And if he sort of... yeah, buzzed. He may actually attack into my Big Game Hunter to trade, because Big Game Hunter is going to be doing a lot more damage to him. If he does trade it, it sort of suggests to me that this is not an explosive trap. Okay, so it still could be an explosive trap, because he would have traded if it wasn't, I would imagine. That's got to go. That really has to go. I'm just wondering if I want to manipulate anything. I don't think so. I think 5, 6, 7... We're 1 turn off getting a Ragnaros out, so things are looking reasonably good. I think I'll just Shapeshift, kill the Starving Buzzard, and risk triggering a bunch of snakes. And then, with my Big Game Hunter, I guess I could kill Leok, and then if the snakes are out, he'll at least take the buff away. So let's do that. Get rid of this. Is it a snake trap? It's a snake trap. Okay. Good. Yep, that was almost certainly a misplay. I sort of even knew it was a snake trap and then neglected to realize or even act upon the fact that... ugly, because you just drew 3 cards. That's why I'm upset. I think we'll just trade that away, because that's going to get really angry later on. That's fine. 3 snakes is not what I want to be giving him, given that he has so many things that can buff beasts so easily. But, I mean, they do die to a swipe. I realize I don't have one yet, but, you know, maybe soon. Hopefully he just doesn't buff them anytime soon. Ow. Okay, so I would love to play a Ragnaros right now. Does it seem safe? It probably does. I mean, the problem is that Rag is probably only going to trade off and kill one of these. So I'm just wondering if I should, like, beat them up with Shapeshift. Shapeshift and, you know, drop a Keeper of the Grove on them maybe, or something like that. Or, alternatively, just jam Ragnaros and just hope that he doesn't have a deadly shot. That could be an issue, though. You may just deadly shot it, and Ragnaros will probably just shoot one of these snakes, which is pretty bad. Seems pretty bad. So I think we'll just pick these away, I think. I'm a little bit concerned about the amount of creatures he has, which is why I'm using a Keeper of the Grove here. I don't want him to be able to overrun me with some sort of wombo combo. So I'll keep the numbers down. That seems like the way to go. At least to me. I don't particularly want to use my last Keeper of the Grove to do that exact same thing, though, because, well, he has a lot of other uses, and, ooh, hello, here's my monkey. I think if I attack this snake, it could be another snake trap. I think I'm willing to find out if it's another snake trap. It'd be better to do that before, say, he gets another buzzard out and I, you know, screw up royally. So let's find out. Okay, it's not a snake trap. If it's a freezing trap, that might actually be okay. Then I get another use out of Keeper of the Grove. That's a good question, actually. Otherwise, it'd be a flame trap. I take 2 damage, and this takes 2 damage and probably dies to an eagle horn. Don't particularly want to do that. What's the only other one? Misdirection. And then, actually, one thing that I'm unsure of, can you target a stealth creature? I mean, because it doesn't really, you don't really target it, but can Misdirection target it? I don't know. I think I'll just, probably just Healing Touch myself and pass the turn. Healing Touch for 3.
Time waits for no one.
There's no way I'm playing the monkey because he'll get bananas and this guy will go crazy, so I don't really want to do that. I think I'll just Healing Touch myself. And I think I'm going to pass the turn. I don't really want to draw that secret out. I don't want to give him another charge on his bow. I'm happy. If he wants to attack his Jungle Panther into my Keeper, that's fine by me. Okay. Well, I'm going to kill his Panther. I am relatively certain of this. Now seems like a good time to actually play Ragnaros as well, mate. Perhaps. I mean, that could be a snipe. But do I care if it's a snipe? Ragnaros just marches through that. Get rid of that. This is a little concerning, though, I think. Having his ability to run at me at such a high speed is not so good. I'm just wondering. I'm wondering how to deal with that. Do I bother silencing it? I actually don't know if there's much worth of holding onto this creature. I don't really know what he's going to be holding other than more of these, you know. Maybe that's the way. It's a good question. Otherwise, just jam Rag. I'm just a little bit afraid of the deadly shot right now. I wonder if I can bait that out. I might just silence this guy. He's gonna cause me some heartache. I know it. I think I'll test to see if there's a trap here or not. Okay, it's explosive. This is okay. Explosive is fine. If it didn't trigger, then I think we could have safely assumed that it was going to be a freezing trap. Oh, does he have us? Does he? Double kill command. Let's see. He said well played. He sounds happy. 5. Oh, yeah, that's another 5. Oh, man. Right on the nose. Yes. Well, double kill command's a little bit annoying, and it's a shame that I enabled him to do that from the explosive trap. Honestly, wasn't counting on him having both of the kill commands. Yeah, did I miscount that? I obviously did miscount it. I don't think I was particularly expecting him to have that card combination. My bad, I should have definitely been more cautious, maybe. We could have gotten there in the end if I took my time. Like, I didn't really have to know what trap that was. I probably didn't have to do that. I realize that was probably what enabled him to do that. But who's not to say that he didn't have another arcane shot in hand or something like that anyway, but even still. A couple of misplays in that last game. Giving him those 3 cards with the Starving Buzzard was a little bit annoying as well. Okay, let's try to redeem myself, or ourselves. What do we got here? A warrior. I'm thinking that this is going to be the aggro warrior, so I'm going to ditch all of these. I'd like to keep the Abomination, but he's just a little bit too much, I think. These 2 can go, because they're just not very interactive in the early stages of the game. I'd love to keep the Abomination, especially if I had a guaranteed Innovate in my hand, but not having it means dropping him could come a little bit too late. Pretty happy to see the Acidic Swampoos. Acidic Swampoos and a Claw in the opening hand is pretty good, so if he is the aggro warrior, we shouldn't have too much of a problem. I would imagine that he is the aggro warrior that's been going around at the moment. I think we'll just get rid of that. Do we just claw it straight away? Straight away claw it, no damage. Sorry, beg your pardon, I would actually need to use my coin to do that, but I think I will. I think it's going to get out of hand. I'm going to do it.
For the wilds.
Just get rid of it. I realize that this can be quite a damaging deck. Like, it only really needs to do... I don't know. I'm going to estimate here. I know there's a more specific number, but say it only needs to do about 15 damage before it can sort of one-shot you from about 15 life. Or thereabouts. Even higher, maybe. With all the Mortal Strikes and Heroic Strikes and weapons and, you know, all that good stuff. I'm just going to have to wait one turn to swipe him. I don't care how big he gets, because it's not going to be enough to kill me. I'm just going to get my armor and bonk him. This deck, if it is in fact the full-on carbon copy of, I believe it was Reynard's deck that he pioneered in his stream, they don't run Shattered Sun Clerics, or at least the version that I saw didn't run Shattered Sun Clerics. So I'm not too concerned about this becoming a 5 toughness monster. At least not yet. I don't really want to use the Acidic Swampoos on the Battle Axe. I think we should just swipe this guy and get rid of that. Oh, there we go. Delayed animation. That was probably because he triggered. I was like, gosh, did that just not do damage to the Orothi Weaponsmith just then? But don't worry, everybody, we're alright. Let's see.
They'll never know what.
Yeah, this does appear. If he's running Nightblades, this is definitely that deck. Think we just need to play Abomination next. Appears to be the play to me. We need to put a taunt creature right down in front of them. And, I mean, unless he plays... If he doesn't play a card, it'll trade with both of these, because the only way you can kill it is by using the Nightblade, and then it'll kill both of them. But, of course, you'll have cards. I'm not saying that he won't have cards, but it does sort of force him to act to actually deal with this. Unfortunately, in the video that was destroyed by the game crash, sorry, when I say game crash, my whole computer crashed, so it may not necessarily have been the game, but I found it only really happens when I play this game. At the moment, I could be wrong. I may have mentioned it earlier, I can't actually remember. But I played an early taunt creature like this, and the other guy who was playing warrior just conceded straight up. Admittedly, it was a turn 3 Ancient of War with 10 toughness and taunt, but, you know, they do a nasty number on these decks. I've seen some of the warrior decks run Ironbeak Owl to try to get as a way to get around taunt, because it really stuffs you up. This could be quite a large frothing berserker right now. He is large. He's large and he's in charge. I think I can just run him down with a Archer Commander though. I think that's what we'll do. Ooh, I can go straight to Rag. Problem is, if Ragnaros shoots the Leper Gnome, this guy will then become an 8/2 and then kill Ragnaros. Which, that's not so good. I think we'll trade this Archer Commander for both of these creatures. And by that I mean I'll attack this one and he'll probably use his Leper Gnome to finish it. That seems fine. Yes, this aggro list, I should use my words, list doesn't typically run solid removal like execute and things like that, so I sort of feel like once I play a Ragnaros onto a stable board, things are gonna look pretty good. They are usually so focused on doing damage to the face that they forego all other cards. There's another axe that I probably could get rid of with the Swamp Ooze. Not too sure what the best play will be here. I'm sort of half feeling that maybe I should put the Sunwalker down and preserve my life total. Sunwalker... And do I have a claw? I do have a claw, so maybe I can claw something. Sunwalker claw. I think because that'll allow me to not die, basically. Because if he Leroy's me next turn, or Leroy with double heroic strike or something crazy will end my life pretty quickly. I think I'm going to claw, and I'll probably actually use innovate to get the shapeshift up to remove the Aruthi Weaponsmith. I think. I really sort of wanted to keep the innovate for big rag plays, but I don't think that that's the play. I mean, alternatively, we can use Swamp Ooze. Swamp Ooze actually is a pretty good play here as well. Gets rid of the axe, and then I can use another creature to trade away. I'm sort of saving that for like I've forgotten its name suddenly. Arcanite Reaper. So maybe I will just do that. I'll just kill this. Quite possibly it could have been better to have saved the innovate and just used shapeshift to kill the leper gnome. I wonder, that actually might have been better. We'll have to see how this plays out, and we'll see. Ultimately, if he just throws it into that, it may not have made much of a difference anyway, because no matter what, he would have used his creature to... Okay, that's interesting. He destroyed that last charge of his axe to hack down my Sunwalker ASAP. I'm probably going to Acidic Swamp Ooze next turn. I can't let him have a creature like that. That's just that's crazy talk. Dude, I don't think they play taunt creatures. I think I should just play the Black Knight right now. I can't. I'm just racking my brain for taunt creatures that they play. I don't think they do. He's well plating me. I'm just wondering if that means I'm dead or not. I'm just wondering, can he like play an axe and double heroic strike me, which would do 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 damage, which means I'm one short. I mean, I'd live. I'm just wondering if it's worth shapeshifting or not. I think I'll play the Black Knight. His well played might have been in regards to me saving my Acidic Swamp Ooze that whole time. I think I'm sort of risking myself being one-shotted right now. Like, maybe going to 15 health would be the difference between living and dying, but playing that Black Knight allows me to just have a little bit more flexibility on the board, I think. So, we shall see. I think... Ooh, options. I could probably play Rag right now. I am on 10 life. Oh, that is so low. I might just die to the fact that he has so much reach. That reach is an issue. And I have no way to whip up a taunt creature right now. I'm just wondering if I would rather shapeshift and, you know, copy some things. That's a real tough question. I mean, if I go to 11, I'm probably dead anyway. What's the quickest way you can do 10 damage? Arcanite Reaper plus Heroic Strike is only 9. Leroy and an Arcanite Reaper is 11, so even if I shapeshift, I die anyway. So I'll probably just play Rag and just try to close the game out, I think. I can, if I happen to live, I can face this Manipulator at next turn, so I guess that's what we'll do. It doesn't matter which way I trade. If I do 3 on him, pops the shield, and he dies, then I can trade, or I can do that, and then... Oh, it's the same, isn't it? So... Let's see what happens. I'm pretty much just hoping not to die to his combo right now. I think if he doesn't kill me, I might have a good chance of killing him, because I can make 2 Ragnarosses with Faceless Manipulator. Yeah, it really just depends what he has up his sleeve right now. Usually any combination of Heroic Strike, Mortal Strike, Argent Commander, Leroy Jenkins, all that sort of stuff will kill me. I'm just wondering if he can't kill me or if he's just wondering how to kill me because he has so many ways to do it. Yes. I would love to see a taunt creature. I would love to see a taunt creature. Carrots. He's really thinking about this. I'm just wondering if he can't do it or if he's now wondering how he's going to deal with Ragnaros. That would be really good news if that's what he's thinking. Here we go. Here comes the full combo that will probably kill me. Let's see. No? Oh dear. There's 6. 6 isn't gonna do it. Swing! He swung. Oh, Ancient of Law could heal me. Oh, does that mean that my player's now changed? Oh gosh. Wow. This is a tough choice. Basically, the Black Knight will trade with a creature. That much is a given. The question is, do I play the Ancient of Law to gain 5 life and then shapeshift to eventually gain 6 life, putting me back on 10? If that was his best play just then, that means that probably isn't... I would assume that that's not the ideal, you know, set of play. Alternatively, Faceless Manipulator, the... Ragnaros? I guess I could Faceless Manipulator the Corcoran Elite, get charge, and then kill off both of them, then Ragnaros will definitely attack him. Otherwise, I could copy Ragnaros, trade off with one creature, and then 2 shots may not actually hit this creature. And if I fail to hit the creature, then I lose the game. Really tough. Really, really, really tough. I think I'm going to copy this. I hope that was correct. Pretty much anything kills me. Maybe the gamble was correct. I'm sort of feeling like 5 life is too low. An Arcanite Reaper kills me. Too many things just seem to kill me. Leroy Jenkins kills me. I think maybe going double Ragnaros and risking it to the random number generator gods might have been actually the best play. Mortal Strike for 6 damage will kill me. There we go. Yeah, I definitely should have risked it and played 2 Ragnaroses and just hoped that one of them killed the remaining minion. That would have been the play there, I believe. Putting 5 life on myself would have been fine, except that there's no guarantee. It's only 50-50 that the last minion would have been taken out as well. Which is actually less odds than playing double Ragnaros. So I think double Ragnaros would have been the actual best play there. But hey, live and learn, right? Anyway, thank you very much for watching. I had a lot of fun showing this off to you guys. Hopefully you like the deck but hate my playstyle, so you'll maybe want to play it for yourself and do better with it than me. Yes, that sounded fine. My name is Super Chicken, and I'll see you guys next time.